Hello everyone, it's Margaret Bailey. So, you know that saying, when it rains, it pours? There's some truth to that. I hadn't known until recently, but I guess the Mid-Ohio Valley, where I live, has been experiencing a drought for the past month or so. And we finally had some rain about a day or so ago. It rained for a whole day and then a little bit into the next day. So the night before last, my husband and I were going to bed. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was supposed to go work at my grandparents' the next day and go clean. So I was already getting to bed kind of late, and we go upstairs and notice that there is a leak in our ceiling. This was while it was still raining, and it was pouring pretty hard that night, and the leak was pretty steady. But the worst part was that there was a bubble in the paint in the wall that was filled with water, and it was leaking directly above an electrical outlet. So that was great. I was trying to figure out, what to do to control the situation before I went to sleep. It turns out I didn't get much sleep. To kind of demonstrate, in my bedroom, not here, but in my bedroom, imagine that the paint bubble was up there somewhere, by that bat. And it was leaking down the wall, and I pushed up a chair against the wall in the bedroom, like the couch is against this wall. And I lined the top of it with towels so that it would stop the water from getting into the outlet. And, my first instinct was to flip off the breaker to the bedroom and cut the power. But it was the middle of the night, and our basement is kind of scary. I know that makes me sound like a wuss. My husband thinks I'm a wuss too when it comes to the basement. But, it's full of spiders. Mostly harmless spiders, like wolf spiders and cellar spiders, but my fear is that there may be a few, brown recluse, hiding in some piles of clothes down there, and I don't know. I'm just terrified of getting bit by a brown recluse or a black widow or something. My many fears do not include arachnophobia, but just those particular spiders scare me. And they should, Have you ever seen a brown recluse bite? It eats your skin and shit. It's nasty. So yeah, I don't want to get bit by one of those. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, the basement. I didn't want to go in the basement by myself for more than one reason than just the spiders. I didn't know which breaker turns off the bedroom. It turns out it is labeled. I know that now, but I didn't know which breaker turned it off, and I didn't know if it would turn off both bedrooms or just ours. I didn't want to turn off my brother's power unless it was totally necessary. And so I laid awake basically all night, just praying that we didn't have an electrical fire, and that the rain would slow down enough for the leak to stop. And it did. We did not have an electrical fire, so I suppose my prayers were answered. And the landlord has called somebody to fix the leak. Or to take a look at it. I guess the guy that put the roof on, that put it on in the last, he says it's a fairly new roof, that it was put on in the last, 10 years. There may just be some shingle damage or something up there. I don't know. We'll find out. But, this house does have quite a few problems that have kept popping up. It's a relatively old house. My dad thinks it's probably 50s or slightly pre-50s, but the foundation is cracking a little bit. We've had some plumbing problems. The furnace, we had to have the furnace replaced like last year. But you know, even though things keep going wrong occasionally, I would rather keep living here than get a new place, because we like our landlord likes us. I'm pretty sure he's even called us his best tenants or renters, whatever. But I would rather stay here and have him fix all this stuff than move in someplace else, because here, at least I would know that the stuff has been replaced. You know, you move in someplace else and you don't know when the last time something had been replaced or fixed was, and you know, you just either have to wonder or wait until it breaks and then have it fixed. But at least here we know that things have been fixed and replaced in the time that we were living here, so we know. And you know, it's not a very big house. I especially wish I had more room in the kitchen. The kitchen's really not put together very well, but you know, it's all we need, really. We don't need a big house. There's 3 of us and 2 bedrooms. You know, of course my husband and I share a bedroom, and then there's my brother. We only have 1 bathroom. I would love to have 2 bathrooms, because it seems like we're all in line in the bathroom in the morning, or in line for the bathroom. So it would be nice to have a second bathroom, but that's really all I can say. I love the location of our house, you know, especially with my agoraphobia and the fact that I don't like to leave the house. But when I do have to leave the house, there is a Dollar General right down the street. There's a sandwich shop where my friend works, and there's a lot of things like right here in this area that I could walk to if I need to, and that's a good thing because we don't have a vehicle. So the location is great, the landlord is great, and you know, it's not that bad to have to deal with the occasional thing that breaks or needs replaced. I do wish we had a bigger backyard, because I would love to have another dog. I want a big dog. I had a German Shepherd mix growing up. Her name was Guinness, like the beer, Guinness. And we got her at the shelter when I was 7 years old. And she ended up being my mom's dog. Like, my mom fed her, bathed her, and, you know, took the most care of her, so she followed my mom around everywhere. But she passed away. I think it was 5 or 6 years ago now. But since then, I had never had another dog until Diablo. And if you're watching this video and haven't watched any of my other videos, I guess I better introduce him. He's gonna be Grumpy. Hey, buddy. See, what did I say? He's Grumpy. Hi, buddy. I know. I'll cover you back up. Okay. My hair's a little greasy. I need a shower. Sorry about that. It's been pretty stressful here the past couple days. You know what? I was talking about the backyard. I don't really have anything else to talk about, so we'll show you the backyard. This is one of the only things that I wish was different about this house. It's very small, and we don't have an actual working gate. We had to put that up there and like wedge it in between the house and the garage. But sometimes in the fall we have a little fire back here and roast marshmallows, weenies, stuff like that. But yeah, if I wanted to have a bigger dog, we would need a bigger backyard, and that's fine. You know, for now we have all we need, and I really couldn't ask for anything more. Diablo is the best little puppy dog I could ever ask for. He's adorable and I love him to death. And it would be nice to have a big, sturdy, huggable dog. I don't really have any preference. I love German Shepherds. I love Australian Shepherds, like the, really beautiful, like gorgeous breeds of dogs. But I don't have a preference. I love dogs, just in general. I love animals in general. Like, even the ones that people think are, like, scary or gross looking, I usually find some way to think that they're cute. But, our landlord said we can't have any more pets anyway, so I guess, that's that. Um, so, yeah, I guess I'll keep you updated on our leak situation, and, depending on how long it takes them to fix it, there might be like a space in between like a couple of my videos where like normally it's like I do it like every other day. I was trying to start out like doing it every day, but it turns out I just can't. So I've been trying to make it like every other day, but with this leak and roof issue, I really don't know what's gonna happen. So I'll just try to keep doing this every other day and keep y'all updated. That's it. That's it for today. So have a good one, everybody. Goodbye.